Hey guys, welcome back to Maelstrom Gaming Studios. I'm Craig, and today we're going to go over my 2,000 point tournament list for the Renegade Open coming up this weekend here. By the time you are watching this, it will be the next day, so hopefully you catch this and are ready, because there's some cool things up, not only with the list, but going on in the tournament that you guys might be able to participate in. So stay tuned to that. I'll talk about everything, as well as dive into my Tyranid list. But before we do remember to like and subscribe to stay up to date on all of our content here at Maelstrom Gaming Studios. And if you want to help support the channel just a little bit more, we do have members options. You become a member. If you just want to do $1 a month, become one of our reinforcement tiers, is greatly appreciated. Thank you to all of our other members at the other tiers. And now, with all that out of the way, let's dive into today's video. So if you're new to the channel in the past 11 months, Renegade Open in the Minnesota area is the biggest tournament that is put on each year. It is the one I make sure I block out time in my schedule to go to every single year. It is a lot of fun. There's a ton of events going on. Specifically, what I'm going to is the 60-player GT. It is a 2-day, 5-round event, 3 rounds on one day, 2 rounds on the next day. It's a lot of fun. Now, there are other events going on, so this isn't just one big tournament. This is a big convention, more or less. There will be a large 30K event going on. I believe they typically do a narrative event, whether it's like a giant apocalypse battle or a set of missions, something. They typically do one of those there, so that is happening this year. There's a friendly 40K and AOS tournament. It's supposed to be more casual, just people who want to come play at an event, take part in Renegade, can take part in, not necessarily as competitive as the competitive event. There are painting competitions, raffles. I believe they have other games like Star Wars Legion and Kill Team. I know Kill Team will be there, and then some other games. Again, I don't know everything. I'm not participating in everything, but at least that this is the big one. This is what we look forward to here in Minnesota. And if you're in the nearby area, do recommend next year coming to it. This year, taking place in the tournament, the competitive 40K tournament, the one I'm taking part of, there's a special guest. Again, I'm not in charge of this, so I'm just here promoting it. War Games Live. If you know the YouTube channel, awesome. If you don't, check him out. What he does is he travels with a portable live streaming setup and goes to all the tournaments around the country every weekend or every other weekend, whatever his schedule is open for, and he live streams a game from each tournament. Sometimes it's top table that he live streams. Sometimes it's just a fun matchup. So he will be at this tournament, so I'm excited. I really want to, I can't guarantee, but I really want to be on the stream, not only just because it would be a cool experience, but for all of you who are watching, who want to see me live stream and don't want to watch via our work in progress setup. I don't want to say janky because it's not janky, but he's got a pretty professional setup going on. So if you'd want to watch me play a game, potentially you could on this channel. Again, I can't promise it. I will talk to them, see what I can do. But yeah, so I will, I don't ask this very often, but if you turn on notifications to my YouTube channel right now, if this weekend I am on the stream, I will put a community post out with the link to it and everything, just saying, hey, check us out. This is going to be happening. It's not a stream where, if you know some other YouTube channels, they stream, they interact with the audience and all of that. Joe, is the one in charge, the owner of the channel and the system. He will interact with you, but think of it as an NFL game, if you know football, where the players aren't interacting with the audience, really. He is a commentator, and you guys are the audience watching the game go on. So I won't be interacting with you. Maybe I'll say hi at the beginning and end, but I'm just there to play some 40K. What you're all here for, you guys, you're probably here for the list. You can see it in front of you. So let's go over it. I have 2 CP to start. I really tossed and turned about going from 1 CP to 2 CP with an extra warlord trait. In the end, after some practice games, I settled on 2. Leading it, as you can see, we have a Hive Tyrant. He's got the Reaper of Obliterax. He's a winged Hive Tyrant, obviously. Adrenal Glands, and yeah, no warlord trait on him. Adaptive Biology is what I was debating, but I'm not doing it. I'm saving my CP. So that is just him. Psychic powers, I believe, is Psychic Scream and Paroxysm. Psychic Scream because it's nice to do a few extra mortal wounds, and Paroxysm because having that power to turn off Overwatch and -1 to wound is great, especially against Flamers, because I know Tzeentch Flamers will probably be there, and I hate them. I mean, I love them, but I hate them, and this army will not like those. So turning off Overwatch on them is key. Good there. Next one is the Tervagon. This is my, do I think it's the most competitive option? Maybe, maybe not. I'm sure a lot of people would argue a second Hive Tyrant, a Foot Tyrant, is the better build, but I love my Tervagon, so she is coming out to play. Adrenal Glands on her, the Maw Claws, and I go for the more support build versus the more offensive build. I take Direct Guidance. Then finally we have Neurothrope. You can't really leave home without one. Synaptic Tendrils, I love the ability to give, whether it's the Hive Tyrant, the Tervagon, or another group of warriors, the extra 3d6 to cast just for more guarantee on their power. So I do take that one. Some people don't, but I love it, so I take it. Troop choices, 25 Tervagon, spare bones to accompany the Tervagon. We have 2 units of 3 warriors. They have dual bone swords and death spitters. I was able to squeak in 1 venom cannon, so we have one of those. Those are the troop choices. Remember, the Tervagon can spawn an extra unit of Gaunts if I need to, so that's nice. Elites, we have 2 units of 3 Zoanthropes. These things just do mean things to anybody, really. The only army that Zoanthropes don't do that well against is Grey Knights, because Grey Knights have such easy ways to deny them potentially, and they're 5-up on everything to ignore mortal wounds. I don't think there'll be many Grey Knight players there. There might be 1 or 2, but it's not like last time where there were like 7 Grey Knight players. So I'm okay with that. I think the Zoanthropes will do very well. They are essentially my anti-tank, my anti-elite. We have a unit of Venomthropes. I do like those just to kind of give the Zoanthropes and the Gaunts and maybe the Ravners on the early turns and the Tyrant Guard, that -1 to hit. I do think the Venomthropes are probably the most cuttable unit out of this whole bunch. I could play around with not taking them, maybe not taking one of my Pyrovores and adding a whole nother unit of something. But the Venomthropes are still nice. That -1 to hit bubble, they're a unit to do actions if need be. Giving out that fight last, while it's not necessarily reliable, it's still an option that can save you in a pinch if it comes up. So I kind of alluded to these. So we do have Tyrant Guard. Now with the way everything rules interaction, how important the Hive Tyrant is to my Synaptic imperatives, I am squeaking in 3 Tyrant Guard. They do just have Scything Talons and the Rending Claws. It's the cheap, simple option. And then I have 2 individual Pyrovores. The reason for taking these guys individually is because I can deploy them as multiple drops. Multiple drops allows me to kind of see where my opponent puts their key units earlier. And then also individually, I can have one maybe sit on a home field, do an action, or maybe have one walk up and do an action. Never a bad thing to be short of single man units to do actions, because a lot of the secondaries and the tertiary missions for the game rely on doing actions. So 2 Pyrovores are great, and they can do some chip damage and shooting in melee as well. Most importantly, we have 2 Raveners, 2 units of 5 of them. I love my Raveners. I loved them since the beginning. They hit like a truck. There are very few units they can't go into and just delete. Then finally, we have 3 Biovores in the heavy support. These things are too good to pass up right now. I made a video maybe a month ago, maybe 2 months ago actually, about how one of my members, Magical Zonky, has convinced me to turn to the Biovore side, the Spore Mine side, and I finally gave them a go. I made these custom models after proxying a few games with them and realizing, yeah, they're pretty good. They just, while their direct damage isn't great, creating Spore Mines and basically laying trap cards or move blocking your opponent every single turn is just really annoying for your opponent. That is the list. I feel very confident about it. So that's all I got. I'm going to keep the rambling to a minimum. Thank you guys for watching. Hit that notification bell. I never ever say this, but if you want to make sure you catch me potentially on a live stream during this tournament, hit that notification bell and I will do my best to put out a community post saying, hey, check it out here. So yeah, that's all I ask. As soon as the tournament's done, turn it off. I don't like the notification bell, but for this instance, it might be worth it for you. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Wish me the best of luck. I'm here. I want to have fun, but I've been so close to getting to that top of of this GT here. And I just want to say I've done it once, so I can cross it off my board. I don't have to feel like I have to be trying too hard anymore at these tournaments. I can just bring some fun stuff, because that's really what 40k is about, is just bringing some fun stuff. But I would love that just to have that win to my name. So that's my motivations. Best of luck to everybody who's going to be a part of it. Looking forward, if any of you watching are going to be there, looking forward to seeing you there. And yeah. Have a great weekend, and we'll catch you next time here at Maelstrom Gaming Studios.